Okay. So you can mute yourself. I will need you to go get to a quiet place now because
Okay.
get to a quiet environment.
Yes.
We are live now.
That's what I'm doing. Yes.
Okay. All right. Please ensure that you're in a very quiet place. Very quiet place. So we're live.
Okay.
So you can see your screen right now, right?
Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. So the floor is yours.
Okay.
All right. So on tonight's edition, so like we said, we'll be talking fertility, and our anchor speaker for today is none other than a leader we call Daniel Roselle, an MC, an OAP, aspiring OAP by profession, and also a budding Longrich leader. So, Mr. Roselle, the floor is yours, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, my leader. I really appreciate the time. For those of us that are joining, I really want to apologize for the slight delay. So tonight we're going to be looking at something very interesting that affects both the male and the female. Every one of us, one way or the other, we can't shy away from this topic because this topic is something that we all need, or we all need to learn from, rather. So quickly, tonight, I always do, I try as much as possible to, utilize the best possible time, so that I know people here, most of us are very busy and we really want to do one or two things before we go to bed today. And I wouldn't want us to, suck up our time on this event without taking the most cogent information. So like I used to do, if you know you're following, please let's use the chat space and let us know that you're following, because the essence of doing this is to educate ourselves. I don't see myself as an island of knowledge, because I'm learning, and I'm learning from people like you, people who are here to learn as well. Just the way you think you're learning from me, I'm learning from you guys as well. So if you are here, so let me see your hi on the chat. If you are here for wherever you're joining us from, just see your hi and let us know that we are together before we kickstart the movement. Okay, I can see some eye here. Wow, wonderful. Thank you very much. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is so exciting. My leader, are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so all right. So quickly, I want to ask a quick question before I proceed on this matter of fertility. I want to ask to the married people amongst us, I want to ask a very simple question. Now, the question is, if you want to answer the question, you can just write, okay, if you are very fast in writing, you can actually do that on the chat. So my question is, as for married couples only. Now, I want to ask, how do you feel the very first time as a lady? How did you feel the very first time you learned that you're pregnant? What was that emotion? How did you feel? And to the husbands in the house, how did you feel when your wife told you, honey, we are pregnant? I just want us to share that feeling. I just want us to share that so we can have an understanding of what we are driving to. So, wow, I can see someone say excited. Excited. Is there a better word to qualify excitement? Is there a better one? I need a strong word. Wow, excited. For those of us that are not there yet, we will get there. So don't put the cart before the horse. So let's just take our time, and we're going to enjoy it. Very excited to be a mother. I love that. So now you can see that you are excited. Why are you excited? Because fertility is something that you need to be happy about. You being fertile, you know that you can actually, as a man, you know that you can make a woman pregnant. As a woman, you know that a man can actually make you pregnant. So it means that you are productive. It means that we can reproduce a human like, just like you. So that is why fertility as a topic is so important to human being, because the first rule, the first law that God gave to man is to go into the world and, replenish the earth. So if you are not doing that job, it means you are disobeying. I don't know if you understand my English. It means you are disobeying. So fertility is something that it is so important. It's it's a topic that is so wide. But I want to narrow the search. I want to narrow the topic so that we can just quickly pick one or two things about it, and then we can learn more later from leaders like us. So quickly, what is fertility? That's the question I need to ask. What is fertility? My leader, I think I can't see the slide anymore. Mr. Dozier. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Just give me a moment.
Okay. So as we are awaiting our leader to project the slide for us. So fertility, what is fertility? To a layman, when you tell a layman what fertility is, what is fertility? What is fertility? Like you'll be wondering. So let's move to the next slide. Now, fertility is so simple in definition, and I try as much as possible to make this very simple and straight. Do you know that as a woman, as a female, fertility is the ability to conceive. That's the ability to take in, But as a man, fertility as a man, in the man's perspective, in the man's point of view, is, while it is the ability to impregnate a woman after a year of unprotected and unrestricted sexual intercourse. So when both parties engage in this activity, and within the space of 1 year, they are engaged in these activities and they were able to reproduce a being like them, it means that we can actually pinpoint and say that these guys are actually fertile. So what fertility is all about, the whole story of fertility is about being able to reproduce. Now, if a woman is not able to do that function, that primary function of reproduction, then what do we say that person is, or what do we say, what can we now generalize that situation, use to generalize that situation? Now, we can now say that this person, or Mr. A or Mr. B, is infertile. Now, we all want to be fertile. We all yearn to be fertile. Couples want to reproduce. But what are those problems that might inhibit the productivity level in a man, productivity level in a woman? These are the kind of topic or issues discussion we'll be having today, so that we can educate ourselves and reposition ourselves and our mind in a place whereby we can actually get the maximum benefit when it comes to productivity and fertility. So, my leader, let's go to the next place quickly so we can share this wonderful. Now, I try to narrow this search. There's a series of search that has been done, but I try to pick up the one that we can engage in comprehensively, and I try to tabulate them so that we can see how this thing affects the male counterpart and the female counterpart, so that you as a male, you know what you need to do, and you as a female, you know what you need to do as well. So now, quickly, we look at age. We want to look at the first factor that affects fertility is age. Now, quickly, we want to look at age. How does age affect the male? How does age? Do you know that as age increases in male, fertility and sperm health decreases? Because you can't compare a 30-year-old man, the functional capacity of a 30-year-old man, to that of an 80-year-old man. It's not possible. So we all know that our productive capacity, our productive years as a man, when you're looking at a man, you look at the vigor, how he looks from his 30, mid-20s, 30s, let's say 30, 40, as a guy man in the Nigerian language, as a guy man, you are still productive within that range. But by the time you start climbing from 40 upward, then it means your productive capacity will decline as age increases. So now it's the same factor that affects the male, that affects the female. But the organ that it affects is what differs. For the male, it affects the scrotal area in that, because the scrotal area is where you have the production of the spermatozoas that fertilizes the egg of a woman. So if that area is not properly checked over time, the functional capacity of those organs decreases because of age. So that is why you see our Nigerian parents is mostly rampant in these African settings, where the parents, by the time a guy starts going towards the 30, 40 range, they start calling you and say, young man, you need to get married. You need to, I need to have I need to have a grandchildren and stuff like that. These are the kind of factors our age parents put into consideration before they start, pushing the young people to get married, because they know that the time does not wait for you, especially in the ladies. The ladies have their own biological time. So their biological clock is ticking every single day. And now for the male again, as the older male age, also they have this issues associated with them as their age increases. That is why you see the chances of a couple, producing a child with autism, it increases with age in the male aspect. So that is why you see, the research has shown that most people that has child that has all this autism, some people call them syndrome, Down syndrome, and all that. Now this is because of the age factor. So when you are aware of this kind of information, you know how to educate people to be able to balance themselves in as regards to this. Now let's switch quickly to the female. How age affects female in the area of fertility. Now, I want us to understand that infertility increase at age 35 for women. I don't know if we get that. Are we following? If you're following, please, I need us to use the chat site so that I can know that you're actually going with me here. Now, infertility increased with age in female. Now, do you know that? Do you know that a woman's peak reproductive years is between the late 20s and the late 30s? The female reproductive years falls within the late 20s and the late 30s. So it means that if as a lady, once you are moving above your 30, 31, 32, 33 to 35, your egg production start declining. Your fertility rate your level of fertility start declining, and we see infertility going up on the chart. So as a lady, you will be conscious that you must watch out to make sure you hit the right guy within your late 20s and your late 30s. Make sure that is when in the Nigerian term, we use the hot cake term. Ladies are in their hot cake, they're in their prime. When they're in the late 20s and the late 30s, they are hot. They're hot chicalas. So now, as a lady, you must understand this fact that if you are within that range, you should do the necessary thing you need to do. Because once you start eating 31, 32, 33 upward, your productive capacity starts declining. It is not because of the village people. It's a natural phenomenon in human being. So as a lady in female, it's a natural phenomenon. So you must understand that fact. So now the other thing, if you understand this point, you will now, according to another research we got, is that a 30-year-old woman has a 20% chance of conceiving, while a 40-year-old woman has a 5% chance of conceiving. It just explains more of what I just stated. As your age increases, your productive capacity decreases. So we must understand that age affects our everyday life when it comes to fertility. Now, my leader, let's move to the next one so quickly we can. Now, let's look at STIs. The STIs, sexual transmitted disease, sexual transmitted infection. We all know that when you engage in unprotected sex with someone you do not know their medical history, it might lead to getting, contracting STIs. And now, how does STI affect the reproductive capacity or the fertility of both the man and the woman. Now, in male, most times these STI are very visible in male. They are apparent in the male lifestyle, in the male body, because when a man, he go on escapade with maybe probably a female, and he contract this disease, this STI start revealing itself more quickly in the male than the female. In the female, a female body can actually house a disease organism in the body when it comes to this sexual transmitted disease, and she won't even know. That is how bad it is. It affects female more. It hides itself in the female body more than the male. So now, as a male, untreated STI in male can actually cause infertility. What I mean that if this thing is left unchecked, if you don't treat them early as possible, in the long run, it causes infertility in male. So, and if this thing sustains, God forbid, it might even lead to sterility. Sterility is the final, is the highest stage whereby the man can't function at all anymore. No matter what it does, it can't work. So now, in men, if sustained, this can affect the production of spermatozoa, and if this thing affects sperm production, it means this man can't give back to a life, a human being like him. So we really need to understand this concept so that we have a way to fight it. Because if you know the enemy you are fighting, you will know how to, know what the kind of tool you need to battle it. So let's quickly switch to the female part. Now, in the female body, infections can cause a blockage of fallopian tube in women, and if sustained, can result to PID. We call that the pelvic inflammatory disease, when you have some kind of inflammation around the pelvic area. So when you start having these pains around this area, so many female, they do not, put time. They are not conscious about their body. When you start feeling pain, some funny feelings around your pelvic areas, please, as a lady, please don't take it for granted. Ask questions. If you don't know what to do about it, ask people who has medical knowledge that can help you through. I am very sure in this platform you have people that has medical knowledge. I can call, like I know one of our wonderful doctors in Longrich that I know of, Dr. Jumon. I can know of one of our health experts, at least, like Ms. Dorcas is here. People like that, they can, and many more in other groups that can actually, educate us more on these areas. And, in female as well, STI are most symptoms. I stated this already, and they yet silently affect the reproductive organ. What silently affects you is more dangerous than what is more visible to you. Because if it's visible, you know that this is your enemy, you know what to fight, you know the tool you're using fighting this person. But the one that is not visible at all, it is so dangerous. So yeah, that is why we are having this meeting, to expose these things. When you start having PIDs, pelvic inflammatory, they start, they give you discomfort around your pelvic areas, please speak out and reach out to people that can help you out with it. So my leader, please, let's go to the next slide. And as we, talk to our people about these things. Now, this one it affects a whole lot of people. But before I push through, I want us to use the chat again. If you are following, please let me see you say you're following. If you're following, let me see you, drop your chat here. I can see somebody, Okafo Alika. She's asking which product can STI patient use. Don't worry, at the end of this meeting, you just need to link up with the person that link you up with this meeting. They can actually provide a very cogent and a very, productive solution for you here. That's why we are here. I can promise you, you can't come here and not live with solution. We are solution provider here. And so thank you. I can see hands here. Yes, I'm following. Wow, wonderful. I love this. So my leader, we are here. So now we are moving on to, this is one of the menace that is affecting our population. It's not just something that is a Nigerian thing. It is a world thing. Even the people are affected by alcohol, drug abuse, smoking, and all that. So now, All this thing, I would have, if time would permit, I would have broken it down and I will face it one after the other, smoking, alcohol, drug abuse. But because of our time, I have to group them as one here. And I'll quickly, as I always do, let's quickly look from the male, how these things affect the male. Now, according to the slide here, if you zoom it closer to you, you will see that in men, smoking and heavy alcohol intake, smoking and heavy alcohol intake affects sperm count, shape, and motility. Now, sperm, for your sperm to be actually productive to the highest level, the motility must be in check, the count must be in check, and the shape. There is a normal healthy sperm. The head must be very, very in shape, to the body, to the tail, because these things we are saying, they have life as well. This sperm we're talking about in male, they have life. So if you truncate, in biology, there's what we call mutation. Once the number of chromosome that is supposed to be present in a particular cell is depleted, it leads to abnormality. It's the same thing that happens to the sperm cell. If anything affects the sperm in one way or the other, just be rest assured that the output of that sperm will be abnormal, or it might not even produce at all. So that is why you see in male, we roll out campaign and tell people and teach people about the abuse of alcohol, smoking, and all that. They don't know this. If you tell them, they think it's just to make them feel high alone, but they don't know that the adverse effect it has on their lungs, on their reproductive areas. It's far dangerous. It's far killing than the benefit they would derive from it. So that being said, we'll quickly look at how this drug, smoking, alcohol abuse is also connected to erectile dysfunction. Now, there is this idea or this knowledge in this part of Nigeria, especially those of us who live on the mainland in the local areas, and they have this idea. All those is so common among the. If you agree, if you stay in Lagos, it's so common among those drivers around. They say if you take some level of herb mixed with alcohol, it gives you manpower and all that. All these things are big lie. It's false. Anything that concerns alcohol and you take it excessively, it affects your performance as a man. There is no doctor that will recommend you taking alcohol to enhance your sexual capacity. It's not possible. It is not possible. It's a big lie. It's a pseudo situation. So it's false. So you must not take that. So quickly, because of our time, let me quickly check how alcohol affects the female. Now, in women, smoking can actually speed up the process of ovarian aging, bringing on early menopause. I know people, we always hear about this menopause thing, menopause this, menopause that. Menopause is when a lady gets to a point that she is no more qualified to reproduce. That is to say, possibly she will stop experiencing menstruation. It means that her body is no longer bringing out those eggs to be fertilized. So there's nothing, she has no business. When a woman hits menopause, she has no business with productivity, with production. So now, as a lady, if you come in contact with this information now, I would advise every one of us who is a woman here, if you are taking alcohol, I don't say you're taking a pinch of it. It's fine to take drinks, wine that has alcoholic content in them, but it shouldn't be excessive. Excessive intake is what destroys our body cells. So as a woman, put it at the back of your mind. If you take it excessively, you are actually speeding up the process of your ovarian aging. Once your ovaries are aging excessively, it means that, you're packing up what like the road safety in this part of our country, we say overspeeding kills. So what is the same thing you are doing to your ovaries? You are overspeeding them. You are increasing their life. You are burning off their lifespan. So please, if you are here, if you are taking excessive alcohol, please, let's stop it. Let's not make it a habit. So now the next thing again that we looked at is that it reduces the productive capacity of the female reproductive organ. So it means that your female reproductive organ, if you are engaged in drug abuse, alcohol, and smoking, just know that very soon, in no time, your reproductive organ will pack up. So, and I know that a smart woman will want to take this step. So, Alida, let's quickly move to the next slide so we can check what we have. Hello, sir. Are you there? The next slide, my leader. Can you hear me, sir? So if you can hear me, please just say I can hear you. Hello, if you can hear me. If you're in the house, if you can hear me, please. Let's drop it on the chat so I know that you are following us. Now, quickly, as you are dropping your chat, we'll be looking. The next one we'll be looking that affects fertility, factors that affect fertility in humans. Okay, thank you very much, Messi Jewo. I can feel you. Oladapo, thank you very much. Shinyeri Ajoye, I can see you. Now, let's quickly look at the weight. Now, weight, obesity can actually affect your fertility rate. Now, in male, keeping up with a balanced body weight in men can actually, do you know that in men, it can actually increase the male productive capacity? If you keep up with a fit body, your body, your weight, your body weight, you put it in check, actually, I can give you a guarantee that your productive capacity will increase with a little bit of mild exercise. When you do more exercise, you keep your body weight in check. I can tell you that as a male, you're on your way to see Ronaldo will be learning from you, actually, to be really frank. So that being said, now quality and minimal body exercise as well, in conjunction with maintenance of body weight, can also increase the chances of fertility in men. So you need to understand that when you put your weight in check with in my body exercise, a lot of us are so engaged in our jobs and our jobs that take our time that we neglect exercise. It is very important. Exercise it should be just like that you deem it fit to take food every single day. You must put it at the back of your mind that exercise and food must go hand in hand. And I'm not talking, and I know that a lot of us are so guilty of this, especially the ladies. I know the guys, we guys are so innocent. If you know that as a guy, you are innocent, please just say I'm innocent. I know that guys are innocent. If you take us to the court of law, when it comes to weight, issues that concern the weight, guys will always win. Because you hardly see guys who are obese, but we see ladies that are obese. Ladies, am I communicating? If I'm communicating, please, as a lady, please drop it. If I'm communicating as a lady, if what I've said is wrong, please say I'm wrong. As a lady, my guys, please don't let the lady kill me here. Make sure you drop your own lines as well. Oh, I know my guys will win. The guys are winning here. My leader, are you there? Hope you are winning too. I can see Ogbonna say my name is innocent already. Oh, I love this. Wow. So now you see that. Oh, my mama. My guys. Well, if you say I'm wrong, then my guy says I'm right. So we are winning. My guys, we definitely gonna win. So back to the topic. Back to the topic of weight. See, the truth is, if you maintain a good body weight, and you start it with, you maintain it with exercise, I can tell you, you're on your way to maximum productivity. You'll be dropping it like punchline, like you'll be dropping it like you are dropping new tracks, like a musician writing new songs. So I tell you, beautiful songs, I tell you. So as a lady, my leader, okay, as a lady now, let's quickly see how weight affects the woman. Do you know that with the little research I made, do you know that in women, being overweight or underweight can lead to trouble in conceiving? That is why you see when a woman that is obese, when they are pregnant and they want to give birth, most of the time, they find it hard to give birth. So, in the long run, that's why the doctor, when you're going for your antenatal and the rest of it, the doctor will advise you, try to do little exercise. They won't say rigorous exercise. They say mild exercise. Just be doing it. If you can do it in the morning, do it before you sleep at night and all that. The reason why they are giving you this advice is because they are well informed about the function of maintaining your body weight. So, you know that now, another beautiful thing I really want us to see is that according to research, losing 10% of body weight can jumpstart ovulation for women. Oh my goodness. I don't know for women. I don't know whether we understand that part. It says, according to research, losing 10%, just 10% of your body weight as a woman can kickstart and jumpstart ovulation in your body. So it means that if you keep up if you lose 10% of your body, your ovulation can just triple. If it's kicking or like one like this, if you maintain 10%, it can like kickstart and double start it. So we need to understand that weight maintenance and exercise is actually a good way to maintain to increase your fertility. So my leader, I can't see my slide. Please help me. Please help me. My people are waiting for me. I can't see my slide. My leader, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Just
okay. God bless you. Please, I'll be okay. All right. Thank you very much. I can see it. Please, let's quickly move to the next one, my leader. Thank you very much, sir. So now we move to the toxic chemical exposure and temperature. This is the next thing, the next phase we are heading to. Temperature, toxic chemicals. These things affect our body system when it comes to area of productivity. Now, during the era of the coronavirus, when coronavirus was at its peak, when most of us were at home, you understand that there are so many theories that were popping up on the social media, telling us that radiation is significant to, the number of deaths, increase in coronavirus death in the UK, that radiation, 5G and all that. I know most of us understand that new, but it's not far from the truth. I'm not saying that is true, but radiation actually is one of those hazards that affect our body that most of us don't know us. If as a man, you are in a highly radiated area, I can tell you for free that in the long run, your sperm production will be affected. Fertility rate will drop. So as a woman as well, it's dangerous for your ovarian organism. So your organs are at risk. So this thing is applicable for those of us that are involved in our daily job, those of us that maybe some of us that work in highly chemicalized areas, we should watch out for it. Please and please, I beg you, please, let's try as much as possible to avoid all those things because they affect our productive capacity. That's why you see someone that is, even when you are in your productive years, you will still find it difficult to conceive as a woman. These are the hidden things that affect your body that we don't know of. Like now, a research that was checked, that high temperature affects the scrotal area in men, which in turn affects sperm production. I just stated it, like the radiation, like if you expose yourself to hazardous working environment, it can affect you. Now, let me now quickly narrow this to men. Now, as a man, some other sources that affects you in the area of high temperature is, heated, when you, so most of the time when we park our cars in on roadsides, you tend to get heated. And this heat, by the time you enter your car, those of us that maybe before you switch on your AC, you feel that your car is very hot. These things affect our reproductive organs. So we need to start watching out for it. And those of us that love bathtub, you want to relax, have some hot water bath. I'm not saying you shouldn't have that, but too much of it affects your scrotal spermatozoa production in your scrotal sac as a man. So the next one is sitting for prolonged periods. Those of us that have sedentary jobs that just take us, 8, 9 to 5, sitting down in a one singular position. The only time you have the time to stretch yourself is probably when you're going for your food break. You take less than 30 minutes or 1 hour at most for break, and you resume back, and you do that for a whole year. You can as well see how the impact is to have on your productive cells. So the other one we'll quickly look at, sitting with a laptop, utilizing laptop. Laptop has a lot of radiation and vibrations, emitting from it and heat coming out from it. When you're utilizing and you use it for a prolonged period on your lap, this damages your organs. So as we need, as both men and women, we need to understand that this thing affects and kills our body. So we must, as well, try as much as possible not to fall victim of this after this meeting. Now, the next slide, my leader. Let's go to the next one. Now, quickly, this one is narrowed to the ladies alone. Only the ladies experience irregular cycle, light or heavy bleeding during their menstruation, and cramps. Cramps. I mean, I don't know what cramp is. I don't experience as a man. I don't know if any man experience cramp, but for ladies, I'm very sure of that. Ladies experience cramp, and do you know that in females, irregular periods can be normal? For real, irregular period can be normal, but having irregular period after your teenage years can be a red flag. If you remember during the course of this me delivering this, I said something when we were talking about the age, when we're talking about age as a factor. I said in the late 20s and the late 30s, that's the reproductive years of a woman. So now, if you are now feeling it after your teenage years as a woman, your teenage years, that is after your 18, 19, and you are still feeling irregular period, it means it's a red flag. So our mothers in the house, I would advise, please, let's check on our younger daughters, those of them that that have gone across the teenage years. If they are experiencing all these things, these are the things. Let's get feedback from them so that we can have a way to help them. So please, our mothers, I'm giving us the duty to do that. So, and again, you will realize that 3 to 7 days is normal for cycle. But if bleeding during your menstrual cycle is light or extremely heavy, it should be properly checked. Most of us will say, I experience heavy bleeding, and some persons experience their heavy bleeding is consistent. So, and they take it as a normal thing. No, it's not normal. It's an abnormal situation. So if things like that are coming up, or your menstrual bleeding that's supposed to come out is very light, please, it is very, you need to check it. If you need to seek for a higher person that that have an idea on that. Now, quickly, cramps that are so intense, again, cramps that are so intense that interferes with your daily life. You can have cramps that are very light. It's normal, or it's daily little, it comes with the menstrual flow and all that. But when the cramp is so severe that you can't go to work, come on, that one is abnormal. So you need to check it, and you need to really need to check that, because signs like that can actually be a sign of PID. I know I stated PID initially, pelvic inflammatory disease that happens around your pelvic areas, and this is as a result of, in this case, it might be as a result of endometriosis. Endometriosis is simple. What endometriosis means is that the tissues that are supposed to grow within your cells, within your reproductive cell, are growing outside them, and it causes you some discomfort, and if not checked in the long run, can cause severe damage to the reproductive organ of a woman. So my leader, the next one, let's quickly look now. Do we have a solution to all the stated problem? The solution you seek is actually here. I'm telling you the fact. What you are looking for to the cause or the solution to all those problems that are listed here, that are listed on this platform tonight, is actually here. I can tell you that we have wonderful solution providing products that can actually give you a lasting solution to these things. So my leader, let's quickly check the next one on the slide. Now, in the course of this meeting, I said that the research I made, I partitioned it into two. Why? Because I know that these things affect both the male and they affect both the female. Now, good news for the female. If you're a female in the house, can I see your hands up? If you're a female, a woman, or a young girl, you're a teenager, you're a married woman, please, you can use the chat. Let me signify by just raising up your hands. Let me see how many female we have in the house. If you're a female, please, let's make use of the chat. Wow. Good one. I know we don't have, 4. I know we have a whole lot of female in the house. So if you're a female, please keep on raising up your hand. Let's keep it going. Okay, you know what? I want the female to win this contest tonight. The female, I'm voting for you guys. I'm making sure that you are winning this contest. Are you with me? Are you feeling me? Now, as a woman, I have a good news for you. Now, LONGRICH is one wonderful company that's so concerned about the well-being of the woman, not just the woman, the man as well. But want to look at the women aspect. What do we have to cure the infertility problem in women? Before I expose this product to you, as a woman, I just want to put this at the back of your mind. Whatever issue you have, whatever issue those people you know may have about fertility, this is where it stops. This is the right solution they have. This is the solution I have for them. And this solution, I can tell you with 99.9% curative, ability, it can actually give you good results. Now, do you know that the membrane, we can call it the membrane, you call it the membrane, whatever name you call it, you are actually hitting the point. It has a high fertility vitamins embedded in the capsules in this organic product. Embedded fertility vitamins. And you remember I said that when you're engaged in all those vices that I just made mention, if you remember, I said something about if you take too much alcohol, it's fasting the aging of your ovaries. Now, what this wonderful supplement, what the wonderful biological organic product does is it's anti-aging. What it means that instead of your ovaries, instead of your reproductive organ to be aging fast, it reverses that process. It reverses that phenomenon. It maintains it and it gives you the maximum capacity of your productiveness as a woman. Isn't that wonderful? Now, do you know that the another benefit, the wonderful benefit it has is that it clears and tones the skin. This not in as much as it gives you the internal benefit, it makes your skin sweet. It makes your skin attractive to your husband. So as a woman, instead of you buying all those maxi toning and all that though we have a cream, we have products in LONGRICH that has body cream, SOD creams, SOD soaps, like bamboo soaps and SOD cream that you can use. But this one is like you are getting double advantage for your money. You are getting double benefit for just using one product. And aside from that, it corrects hormonal imbalance. Those of us that has hormone, that the hormone is not balanced, that our hormone is hanging on the pendulum, it can swing anyhow. Those of us that are swinging hormones, please, once you start utilizing this wonderful product for the woman, you are sure that your hormone is properly balanced and you are ready, just like a goalkeeper is ready to catch a penalty. I tell you, there's no penalty your husband will kick to you that you won't catch. You will catch it at once, like you're having Rema. I can attest to this. Some persons that have actually, testified to this wonderful product, a couple that have been married for 5 years, they don't have an issue. They don't have a child. And the man and the woman started engaging, the woman especially, started using this product. I tell you, before she utilizes this product, she got pregnant and we were all excited. And many more testimonies that came out of this wonderful product. I tell you, you don't need to ask me. All I just want you to test me. If I am lying, the product will prove you wrong. Now, the next one, the next slide, my leader. Now, I know that I'm not biased. I'm not a biased moderator. I'm not biased because I know I've just introduced a very wonderful product to the women, and the guys were like, come on, guy man, why are you doing this? You're a guy like me. What am I going to enjoy? You have been telling me wonderful thing about the ladies and the ladies and the ladies. What is in for the guys? For the guys, welcome. Holla, this is your solution. As a man, if you know that you're having issues with reproduction, please make sure you utilize the Lebao. Make use of the Lebao and make Lebao your best companion. The Lebao is actually one wonderful organic product that, come on, it has numerous testimony from men all around the world. So now, do you know that this product is specially formulated for men to improve sperm count? I told you about radiation, alcohol affecting the sperm production and all that. By the time you start taking this, your sperm production will tilt from the decreasing side to the increasing point. It gives you millions of billions of sperm production within the shortest possible time. And this is not, I'm not saying it for you to hear. I'm telling you because of the function it has, the potency of this wonderful product. And it helps to prevent sperm aging. Like I explained, in the women, the aging of the ovaries. In men, it helps to prevent sperm aging. It increases sexual performance. If you don't have the libido to perform this thing, as you're taking it, as it's producing, is increasing your sperm production, is actually giving you the vigor to perform properly as a Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch of play, as the Messi that you need to be. If you are Mr. Chinedu, when you take this product, your other name will be Chinedu Messi or Chinedu Ronaldo. I tell you this is very, very important as a man. You need to utilize it if you want to increase your dribbling capacity as a man. It also eliminates fatigue. It improves sleep. When it helps you sleep well, because the more you sleep, the more you sleep, the more energy you get, and the more relaxed your body organ becomes. There are a lot of it. There are a lot of benefit I can actually roll out to you for optimal health. I tell you, this is what you need. So, for the sake of our time, let's quickly move to the next one. Now, I've just stated the benefit of the major female reproductive product that helps the female, and the Lebao as the male reproductive product that helps the men in the area of boosting their fertility, increasing their sperm count, and making them a better partner in the long run. Now, what I want to introduce to you is like, putting an icing on the cake. This next product I want to unveil to you is what they call the alkaline cup, or the pie cup, or the Fujian cup, whatever name you call it is right, and it's correct to call it that name. Now, this cup, most of us don't know that. Just like you have the alcohol affecting our body system, most of us don't know that CO2, carbon monoxide that is in the air coming out from the fumes and generators, from the fumes in vehicles, those of us that are stuck in traffic, that you know that when the traffic is too congested, you can't breathe properly because of too much emission of smoke from those vehicles. It affects our body system. We all know that it affects our body system. Now, do you know that in our elementary biology, we are taught that plant take in carbon dioxide and gives us oxygen, and human beings exude oxygen, exude carbon dioxide, which the plant utilizes as their own food. Now, it is a two-way communication thing. And if you agree with me, in this modernized world we are living in, most of all those trees within us are being taken away and being replaced by skyscrapers, buildings, structures, bridges, and all that. These bridges and buildings can't take in those carbon dioxide that we are giving out. So it means that this carbon dioxide we are giving out is now congesting the airspace, and we are taking it back again, which is very dangerous to our health. So this relationship has been truncated. And what do a smart, productive company now does, like LONGRICH? What they introduce this cup to balance that equation. Do you know that if you take this water from this cup is actually meant for you to, you put your water inside it. It helps degrade your water from a higher molecular structure to a micromolecular structure. Why? How does it do? Why does it do that? Because of the powerful stones we have embedded in this cup. We have over 13 mineral stones in this cup that activates, energizes the water you put in this cup. Once you drink that water, it breaks down the molecular structure of water to help it penetrate, penetrate into our body structure and help us break down our metabolic rate. Now, another wonderful thing this cup does is that it detoxifies our body of acidic content. Acidic content, if you have excessive acid in the body, this is what causes sickness in our body. Hope we know that. When you have too much of acidic influx in our body, it's what causes sickness. So what this does is it neutralizes those acids and bring our body to a maximum level of alkalinity. When your body maintains a level of alkalinity, I can tell you your body will thrive well and you will live healthy. Now, these are the benefits that this cup gives you. And now, for those of us, I talked about the weight. Now, this cup, when we talk about weight loss, this cup can actually help you in the process of weight loss. When you are doing your exercise and you are eating well, you take water from this cup, it helps you balance your cholesterol level. It helps you emulsify the fat. If you take water from this cup religiously, I can tell you for free that it emulsifies the fat in your body over time and help you drop down your body weight. It helps you regulate your body weight. Now, it also prevents joint. If you're having pain, I tell you from the explanation I just gave initially, the acidic a body that is acidic and a body that's alkaline. By the time your body is alkaline, you're healthy. Takes out anything that can cause infection to your body. It helps you lose weight as well. It boosts energy and it helps you fight against cancer. In the long run, just take it. It has anti-carcinogenic materials in them that helps fight against all those things. My leader, because of our time, please, let's quickly move to the next one. To the next slide, please. Now we have wine, Longrich wine. Longrich wine. I in the course of this lecture, I stated categorically that it is healthy to take wine when at the minimal level, but excessive is bad. But I can even tell you that when you are taking this, our own wonderful wine, I can tell you for free, this is one healthy wine you can take and it will knock you off positively. It relaxes your nerve. It relaxes your body system. You sleep like a baby after taking this wine. If you think I'm lying, if you think this is false, please go get one bottle and try it. And if you at the end of the day, if you take it and it's not true, I will refund your money back. So this is one thing that this thing does to you. It also enhances your immunity level. It detoxifies your body of any toxins in them. It enhances sexual performance in men and boosts sperm production. So it means that you can actually be taking your libao and at the same time use this wine to step down as a big boy or as a boss lady that you are, and it also increases libido in women. So women. So I know I've come in contact with some women that say that they don't just feel like engaging in sexual exercise and all that. Please, if you know you are not feeling it as a woman, come on board, utilize this wine, take it, make it your companion. I can tell you it jumpstarts your libido as a woman. Treatment of impotence in men and weak erection. If as a man, if you don't have having a weak erection, please combine it with the wonderful product I exposed to you, the Lebao, and you use it to step down and at a leisure. Take this wine at a leisure and feel all right and maintain your body vigor. Now, it also reduces menstrual discomfort as a woman. It promotes metabolism, and it aids belly fat reduction. Those of us that said you have big belly, like wonderful brothers that have pot bellies, this can help you out. And the ladies who are complaining about belly fat, this can also help you out in working on that. My leader, the next slide quickly so we can try as much as possible to wrap up this. I don't want to take much of our time tonight. So now, oh, wow. So I think we are almost at the end of this meeting already. But before I draw the curtain for this, before I pass it to our wonderful leader in the house, I want us to understand that your wellness is our priority. Your wellness, because health is wealth. If you don't put your health in order, there's no how you can generate maximum wealth for yourself. So I just want to encourage every one of us that's in this meeting to put it at the back of your mind that your health is very important. Your health is very important. And without wasting much time, with this few points of mine, I hope I've been able to, educate us a bit, because I've really learned a lot from you guys, I must confess. In the course of this little lecture, I've learned so much from you guys, and I really want to appreciate every one of us for joining up as I pass the baton to the leader in the house. My name still remains Alfred Daniel Erosele, all the way from Nigeria, Lagos State, Nigeria. God bless you all as you join up. On to you, my leader.
Wow, wow, wow. Please, to everybody who is on this call, if you got value like I did tonight, please show some love in the chat section. Show some love in the chat section. Please show some love in the Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel Alfred Erwosele. That was a very, very mind-blowing session. In fact, I'm sure a lot of people wanted you to go on. In fact, you can see.
Thank you very much.
There's an outpour of appreciation in the chat section. Honestly speaking, because we are fast spent for time, I wouldn't want to waste so much time to even stress what you've said, because you've broken it down into bits. Look, what we are trying to do for everybody here is to make you all realize that, look, Longrich cares so much about your wellness. In fact, that is the reason why Longrich is in business. They want to make you understand that for everything, single thing you're consuming as a human being, there should be a health benefit. For every single thing you use, that it should contribute, to boosting your health. It should contribute to boosting your health. That is exactly why Longrich is in business. So you're drinking water, everything. Even you're using your phone, it should contribute to your wealth, your wellness. Can you imagine that? So your wellness is our priority, is Longrich's priority. And that is why we will continue to be relevant in this business space. So thank you very much, Boss Dan. Thank you very much. We have a few hands already raised up. And without wasting further ado, we'll just quickly unmute them so that they can make their contributions. Please, we'll go by this. If you're a prospect, let us know if your location, and let us know if you're a prospect or if you're not. But if you're a partner, you have a question, please make it very brief, as we don't want to, take too much time of people that are on this call. So I'll be unmuting Mr. Okafor Alika. I've asked you to unmute. Please unmute yourself, sir. I have here Mr. Ndubisi Okori. Your mic is not activated, so I don't even know how you are how you are able to hear anything or even contribute. Please, Mr. Okafor, please, you can unmute yourself, sir. Okafor Alika, can you unmute yourself? All right. So while we wait for Okafor Alika to unmute, please, I'll quickly go into the chat section. You can drop your questions in the chat section. Somebody here says, can a nursing mother take all these products, especially the PICO? Now, a nursing mother, there are some limitations when it comes to the product. Do you understand? Of course, a nursing mother, you are still it's not none of my business, to tell you, oh, you just dropped now, calm down, rest a little bit, but that's up to you. Yes, you need. I think we have Dorcas in the house here. Is Dorcas here? All right, ma'am Dorcas, are you there? I want to quickly please you to help us with some of the questions here. Mrs. Dorcas Ajikunegede, can you hear me? All right.
Hello, Mr. Dozie. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So I just want to crave your indulgence to please help us with some of the questions here. Okay. So somebody just asked, please, can a nursing mother take all these products? So which of these products can a nursing mother take, and which of these products is not advised for a nursing mother to, consume? That's the first question we have for now.
Hello, Mr. Dozie, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, okay. So for nursing mothers, I'll tell them to use our Longrich pie cup. They can use our berry oil. Okay, those products are very friendly for kids, and they're cool for them to use.
Okay. So what she asked is if the nursing mothers can take libao, sorry, mengen and the wine, basically. I guess probably to boost libido, or enhance their sleep patterns, and maybe in the
Yeah.
case of the wine.
Okay, yeah, the wine, nursing mothers can take the wine, but in very low quantities because they're breastfeeding, of course, for the children. So just local, you can dilute with water. Just take a little quantity, dilute it to help with your sleep and also make you feel good. Because I know normally that in some cultures, nursing mothers take, as in after giving birth, they take hot drinks to, clear out, the betting stuff. So it's when it comes to alcohol, it's normal for some nursing mothers, for some cultures. Okay. So for those people already saying, hey, it's wine, no, it has alcohol content, nursing mothers can take them, but in low quantity, especially along
Good.
with one that's healthy. Okay.
Good, good, awesome. But you see, just like you said, even in some cultures, nursing mothers are allowed to take alcohol, just probably to help them burn fat, or to help them, cleanse the system and all that. Now imagine you taking a healthy wine that does much more than just burn fat. Also. So they can take, and just like you said, in low quantities. And I think we have another question here. Uh, we have okay. Somebody said, who is the name of the presenter? Daniel Alfred Erosele. That's the name of the presenter. Please, can a nursing mother? Okay, especially the pie cup. You said yes, a nursing mother. Okay, what other products can you recommend for BP, for low BP? If well,
Okay.
it's a product specific, I don't know if we can take that. Though it's not related to the topic being discussed today, but you can go ahead, ma.
Okay, well, cordyceps militaris can play a vital role. Our berry oil can play a vital role. Our protein shake can also play a vital role too.
Okay, so like you heard that. So cordyceps, protein shakes, and which other one did you mention again?
Berry oil.
Berry oil,
Berry oil.
exactly. Berry oil. So go get these products. They are very, 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 very fantastic, and will do you great service. Now, can a woman on a monthly period take the Mengen? That's the next question we have right now.
Uh,
By
there's no effect on mangina on your periods. But
okay,
really, during your periods, just relax, just rest, allow your body, carry out its course.
okay, good. So I
Yeah.
think you've all heard from our in-house wellness coach and nutritionist, Doctor. Sorry, we call our own doctor in the house. All right, Dr. Sajekogene, thank you very much. So we have here Alika Okafor. I've asked you to unmute, but you don't know unmuting. I wouldn't know. So I think that's basically taking care of the questions in the chat section. I want to say thank you very much to Boss Dorcas. We are glad to have you back in
Thank
civilization.
you. Thank you so much. I've missed
All
you
right,
guys.
all right. Okay, so some people are asking if they can rewatch. Yes, you can actually rewatch this episode. All you need to do is go to our YouTube page, Infinite Wealth House, Infinite Wealth House on YouTube. Infinite, one word, Wealth House, Infinite Wealth House on YouTube. You would find all our videos, today's edition, and even the previous ones. So that being said, I would actually be stopping the live, what's it called, the live, stopping the live streaming right now. Okay, I'll copy the streaming link so that you can share it with some of us. Then I think we'll have to stop recording now and also stop live